100 years of your soul. How y'all feeling this morning, baby? I hope you've been feeling good. My name is Haziq Ali, and I'm here for you to help you push this thing forward. I'm really excited about life in general. I'm really excited about how we've been helping so many of you step closer into your destiny, step closer into your rightful harvest. I'm really excited about today's topic too, man. My man Toby first up. I love that, cuz I'm real glad you made it in this morning. Hey, Toby, did you order your planner yet? We got the 90-day map, man. Fourth quarter gonna be a beast. If y'all didn't order one yet, you might want to get one. There's probably like 5 of them left, and you don't want to miss it, man. These things is cold. We also got the vision board coloring books. It's the world's first affirmation and visualization coloring book. You're gonna love that. But enough of the shameless promotion. What's up, Keandra? Hey, my man D George in his joint. It's check-in time, baby. What kind of business do you have? How does it help people? You know, we want to know. Matter of fact, man, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, because Facebook don't give a darn about you. You got to make sure you're setting this up for yourself. You got to make sure that you are turning on your notifications, or you won't even know when we're getting busy. You hear what I'm saying to you? They're not just going to tell you, hey, this way you got to realize in America, 70% of our GDP is consumption. And you know who consumes the most? People who are scared, people who are insecure, people who you know are believing that what's going to change their problems is buying something. You know what I mean? It's all psychology, baby. That's why we train you so voraciously. That's why we make sure you got your mind right. I don't care if you're checking in from Facebook. I don't care if you're checking in from YouTube. Looks like everybody's starting to come in. I love it. Shout yourself out. You know, this is your time. This is your time to okay, Kim Connor in this joint. What's up, Kim? Allie in the house. Let's get it. Let's get it. Taisha checking in. Let me call in on this line, man. Ebony, what's up? Let's get it. Let's get it. My man, Coach Don, is in the building. That means Chi-Town is up in here. What you gonna do when we convert you? The Pad Boys in this joint. Siobhan, what's up, Siobhan? I'm glad to see the whole YouTube gang checking in. Give me a replay, gang, if you're watching the replay. You know how we do it. Hold up. Let's get this party started. Kiana, what's up?
Special. You have greatness in you. Hello, this is Les Brown, and you're in the right
Dana.
place at the right time, because we're going to bring the millionaire out of you.
That's right.
There are please enter your.
My lady said something ill.
Thank you.
She
Please
was like,
yourself.
I need to have Mr. Brown say my name in that beginning
Entry
part.
and exit tones are off.
Otherwise, it might sound like I just recorded him saying something
All
somewhere else.
participants are muted.
Well, she ain't say that part. Emerald, what's up? Chef D in his house. K. Nicole. Travis in the building. I'm loving this. Y'all done came alive. Gavin, what's cracking, baby? All right. That's my cuz right there. What's up, Gav? It's like one of my only family members that be tuning in all the time. I'm kind of like the black sheep of my family, because everybody got jobs, you know what I mean? They like Haziq crazy, you know what I mean? But now everybody want to be an entrepreneur. Like, look at me now. You know what I mean? The affirmations we say every morning, KJ in the house, you know the affirmations we say every morning are the same exact affirmations that I was saying when I was sleeping in my car. Can you dig that? I was saying the exact same words. I was still like, I am now a millionaire. You know what I mean? Woo! I just be getting myself hyped. Because as a leader, it's all about being able to change the state of the people that you are around. But check it out. It starts with being able to change your own state. You know, I don't know if you realize it, but when you're feeling all slumped over and all of that, that drains your energy. Not only do you slump over when your energy is drained, don't miss this. Don't let this. I'm saying that when you slump, it actually drains your energy. Your psychology affects your physiology, affects your psychology, affects your physiology, affects your psychology, affects your don't miss that point. Yeah, Earl. She say I be yelling, huh, bruh? I be hyped, man. I be turned up. I be trying to get him to see what's. That's right, Cam. That's right, Cam. We got too many people depending on us, baby. And despite all the clever memes on social media, right? Every millionaire-minded person is set up to experience the benefits that come from implementing personal development. But one thing you got to understand is it don't have to be that way, right? I love all the memes, right? But sometimes I be saying to myself, you ain't deep, you ain't a philosopher, you just got internet. You know what I'm saying? But even though we post these memes, not everybody's set up to receive success. You know what I mean? And if you ain't set up to receive success, you got to understand it can become a negative feedback loop. Success can hurt people just like failure can hurt people. I don't know if you've ever been in a real fast car, right? There's a lot of power, but if you ain't got control, that thing dangerous. I remember we rented one of them, like, I think it was a Hellcat or something. When we was in DC, you'd be doing, and you was just pushing the gas. And I'm like, this can't be legal. You know what I mean? Somebody gonna kill themselves in one of these joints. And I'm sure it happens all the time because millionaires, power without control is chaos, right? Why you think so many people that win the lottery, win these huge amounts of money, end up doing themselves dirty, right? Why you think that happens so consistently? Check it out, y'all. Ain't nobody saying don't become the best version of yourself. Ain't nobody saying don't work on it constantly. You know what I mean? That ain't what we saying. But what we are saying is that becoming the best version of yourself, while it can lead to a life of freedom, right? It can make an impact in the lives of your family and friends, your community. It can create more security. And not working on yourself can create this negative feedback loop. Like I said in the comments, like I said in the description, where you feel bad because you suck. And then because you suck, you feel bad. And then you feel bad because you suck. And then because you suck, you feel bad. Man, it can get horrible. Appreciate that, Kim. Thank you for the shares, Queen. Everybody share this with somebody who's going hard for their dreams. Everybody share this with somebody who really, really mean it as it relates to their dreams. Like they really out here trying to get to it. If that is you, then I want to make sure you know that you found the right place. Every morning, this millionaire-minded thing is all about either skill set, right? Mindset, or heart set. That's what it's all about. That's why this kind of looks like a puzzle. That's why that's a silverback gorilla. And then that's why this just, you know what I mean? Just heart. Because a lot of times we get into this stuff, man, and we not even understanding that it's really about the fact that you got to be fulfilled when you're going through all of this. Or what are you doing? What a tragedy it is to climb that ladder of success and then discover it's leaning against the wrong building. You get what I mean? Life is not a movie, y'all, where everything magically works out. Life don't happen by chance. Life happens by choice, right? Every day when you wake up, you got two things, right? You got another chance, and then you got another choice. Today can be the day you decide that you're sick and tired of being sick and tired. But what I'm going to talk to you about this morning are these 6 ways for you to kind of see if you're ready for this growth you say you want. Right? You can't be 100% certain about everything, but there are 6 real signs that'll show you're ready for exponential power, that you're really ready for what you're really ready to be who you say you are. Now, you ain't a human. Y'all know around here, millionaire minded. The reason we be all big on stuff like affirmations and visualization. Y'all know this is the world's first affirmation and visualization coloring book, right? Did y'all know that? We got mad inventions around here. But the point I'm making to you is that you can see specific. You're not a human being. You're a human becoming. That's the way I teach it. that God's will is what you become. Your free will is what you do, but God's will is what you become. So when you be going around here saying, I am broke or I am not a good salesperson, ain't it crazy how this world programs us to want money, but programs us to hate sales? The only reason America is the richest country in the world is because this is a big old mall. And you can either be a hustler or a customer, but you got to choose. And if all you're going to do is buy stuff all day and consume, I hate to break it to you, but you're going to be poor. You're on the pathway to poverty. All freedom comes from discipline. You hear what I'm saying to you? All right, so I'm going to give you 6 of these signs that you're ready for exponential success. If you're ready, let's get it. Let's get it. Clap in your house. Clap in your house. Turn up, baby. And give me a number 1 and a share. Yeah, Kim. I was saying that when I was sleeping in my car. I would be trying to curl up in my front seat like this. I'll be in that joint. But before I would do it, I'll be like, I am now a millionaire. And then I would feel it, right? I would feel it. I would know the feeling. So by the time it showed up for real, it felt like deja vu. It felt like I've been here before. Like, yo, that's why on my birthday, if y'all remember, I was just like crying like a baby and stuff. Because like, damn, this stuff works. Jay-Z got a line like that on his new project. He's like, man, you know, we really gonna reach a Billy first. He's like, this spiritual really work. That's how I feel, man. That's how I feel. It's like, wow, this stuff really works. That's right. I'm becoming something out here. I'm becoming something. I'm not here to be nothing. I'm here to become. All right, here's the first thing I got for you. Here's the first sign I got for you. What's up, Vita Lachey? Better late than never. Better late than never. You finally graced us with your presence. We was looking for you. All right, here we go. Yeah, Cam. Yeah, Cam. Talk that talk, bro. All right, so here's the first sign I got for you. Here's the first sign I got for you. My man Smitty in the house. Signing up franchises right and left. Y'all don't even know what I'm talking about, some of y'all. All right, let me get to it. All right, we ready. Let's get serious. All right, here's the first sign that you're ready for the success you say you want. Here's the first sign. The first sign is that you're constantly self-motivated. You're constantly self-motivated. Millionaires, check this out. Having the ability to do the work it requires to create success. Being willing to pay the cost to be the boss. Having it in your mind that your life is your responsibility, not your bosses, not your managers, not your upline, not your coach, not your mentor, but that your life is your responsibility. That is a force multiplier. Taking extreme ownership of your life, even if you got to do it alone, constantly and consistently, getting your stuff completed. That's growth, baby. If you're the type of person who works better with somebody telling you what you should be doing and when, you might not be ready for this success thing. You might not be ready, baby, and that's okay. That don't mean you can't be ready tomorrow, but if you've got that kind of mindset, you might not be ready for what you say you want. This self-growth journey can be real lonely sometimes, and the thing about it is you only get out of it what you put in. We can't be like that old man who sat in front of the fireplace. Y'all know this joke? And he's standing in front of the fireplace like, hey, if you give me some heat, I'll put some wood in there. If you give me some heat, then I'll put some wood in there. That's like people to be at their job like, if you paid me more, then I will work harder. Nah, man. The way this life work is you got to serve before you deserve. Ain't it interesting? I always talk about like how, you know, look at the cycle of life out there, right? And what you find is that you breathe in oxygen from one plant, but then you breathe out carbon dioxide, right? And you get that back to the same plant, right? No, you get that to a whole nother plant. Ain't that amazing? Because God got you. God got you. It's a universe. We're all one. But if you're sitting there waiting on the same person to give it back to you that you give to them, maybe you're not playing the game the right way. Extreme ownership. All you can control, baby, is what you can control. This thing get lonely sometimes, y'all. You working at it day in and day out. You're going to have to be self-motivated if you're really going to see it through. You're going to have to understand that the parts that really count are the parts you're doing when can't nobody see you. Champions ain't made in the ring. Champions are displayed in the ring. I'm talking about the boxing ring right now, you know, like when you want to be heavyweight champion, all of that, right? I'm talking about champions ain't made on the field. Champions are displayed on the field. I'm talking about the football field. When you grabbing that thing and you know what I mean? Champions ain't made on the court. I'm trying to keep going till I find a sport you like. So you really get what I'm saying. Champions ain't made on the court. Champions are displayed on the court. What's making them is what they doing in practice when nobody's around. Every champion I know, every champion I ever read about, they were showing up before everybody else and then leaving after everybody else. What about you? Can you really say you're working on your business when nobody can see you? Are you really out here grinding it out, taking risks, going hard to quantum leap to that next level, even when there's nobody around to pat you on the back and all of that? Sometimes we got to give ourselves one of these. Everybody give yourself one of these if you're watching. Like, give yourself a pat on the back because it ain't coming from them, baby. And here's the cold part about life. The less you need validation from other people, the more it seems to come in. Ain't that crazy? If people doubting how far you can go, what you got to do is get so far you can't even hear them no more. If you're ready for number 2, give me a number 2 and a share. Give me a number 2 and a share. If you agree, share it on your timeline. Share it with somebody you love because the universe gives to the givers, just like the universe takes from the takers. Here's number 2. You have a strong foundation, man. You have a strong foundation. This is number 2. You got a strong foundation. Before you consider making all these big changes, like a bunch of people have commented on this training that we did on these questions you need to ask yourself before you quit your job. Because social media make it sound so sexy. They got something going on right now called the Great Resignation. A bunch of my friends who have employees, like our own company, you know how we made the Inc. 5000 list, the fastest growing companies in America? It's because we have employees, right? Like employees with health insurance and all of that stuff, right? But there's this thing that's going on right now where when you're trying to hire people, they sign up for the interview, but then they don't even show up. That way they can tell the unemployment people, well, at least I tried. Everybody trying just stay home as long as they can and eat off this free money that's blowing inflation rates out the sky, making the value of the dollar drop. You know, I could go on and on and on, but this ain't a financial literacy training. But here's my point to you. Before you consider making some big change, you know, where now you're going to work from home or you're just going to stay unemployed as long as you can. I don't know what you think you're getting out of staying unemployed. You think your skills are somehow growing while you sit in the house and play video games and watch Netflix? Is that what you think? Or do you realize that, like, this is a game of inches and they are inching ahead of you? Because it ain't like you're sitting in the house meditating. Smoking weed and meditating ain't the same thing. And I'm not judging, just stating a fact. It ain't like you in there in the Indian position, sitting there manifesting abundance. Hell nah. You sitting there watching Hulu. You know what I mean? You watching reality TV, watching them throw drinks on each other's head. That way you can feel better about your life without changing nothing. That ain't the same as progress. But the second sign I got for you is you have a strong foundation. Before you try to make a change, you got to make sure you have you got to make sure you've established a foundation. You don't need to be building your castle on sand. This ain't a beach. What do I mean by strong foundation? I'm saying you got your finances in order, right? You got to remember, your rent or your mortgage should be like 1 week of your pay. 1 week of your pay. Some of you are entrepreneurs, so you got that handled, right? But some of you ain't, and you're looking for status instead of wealth. That's going to jack you up. The second one is healthy habits. You know, are you taking care of your temple? You know, The way you manifesting, every thought is a prayer. That's why they call these your temples. What about a solid network of support? People who you give to, and then they give to you. That's what we mean by solid network of support. All that other stuff is going to fade away. I try to get my lady friends to understand the difference between lust and love, especially if you're a beautiful woman, what'll happen is you'll have people that lust after you, but they don't love you. It's two different things. How do you tell the difference? Because lust means they want to take, right? Love means they want to give. You get what I mean? And you can confuse the two. Knowing who to be patient with and who to cut off is one of life's greatest mysteries. But you've got to know who is a solid network of support. And one of the main ways to tell is if you're giving to them just like they're giving to you. Otherwise you'll fall for the lust. And you'll be like, yeah, it's because I'm special. Now I'm going to tell you what it is, though. It's temporary. Do you have a strong mindset? Right? How is your mindset? How is your philosophy? Is your philosophy one of extreme ownership? Or is your philosophy one of entitlement and blame? Are you learning every day? This is all part of this strong foundation. Are you learning every day? A bunch of y'all are, because y'all be with us every day at Good Morning Millionaire. So if you don't get no personal development the rest of the day, you here with us, baby. That's a start. That make you a top percenter right there. Give it up for yourselves. Let me see some fire emojis in the comments. You know what I mean? We lit. What about the fact that you have a desire to grow? That's another part of your strong foundation, because you never know when stuff ain't going to work out as planned. But when you have that strong foundation, you're able to have this charisma that can only come from the idea that, you know what? No matter what happens, I'm going to be all right. No matter what happens, I'm going to be okay. Does that make sense to you? Does that make sense to you? Let's go. Let's go. Does that make sense? Let's get it. Huh? Let's get it. Yeah, John. Mr. Gomez in the house. What's up? My man Nelson up in this joint. You know what I mean? Let's get it. All right, here's number 3, y'all. You understand how to deal with pressure. Woo! Pressure busts pipes, or it turns coal into diamonds. It turns coal into diamonds. You know what I mean? Pressure busts pipes, so it turns coal into diamonds. You hear what I'm saying? Do you know how to deal with pressure? You think everybody don't want to be a millionaire or a multi-millionaire? Man, if you knew the story behind this Nove thing, well, I promise you they're going to make movies about us one day. I promise. Do you understand how to deal with pressure? The stress that can come from being the best part of yourself when everybody's against you. Everything feels like it's against you. It's like, ah! I love the odds. I love the odds. You know what I mean? Because they don't call you legendary because you inherited your money. They don't call you a legend because you won the lottery. You done seen a lot, but I never seen, you know what I mean, somebody get called a legend because they won the lottery. That ain't how it works. Man, you got to juggle life. You got to juggle business. You got to juggle family. You got to juggle career. You got to juggle friendships, all while dealing with pressure from what can feel like it's coming from every angle, man. My man Cam know what I'm talking about. Vita Lachey know what I'm talking about. Allie Goins know what I'm talking about. My man Joseph Davis Smith know what I'm talking about. You hear me? Mama Mahassan know what I'm talking about. Millionaires, there's never a great time to make a transition. That ain't how it works. You never get a great time. What you're going to get is a great opportunity. And guess where opportunity normally comes from? Adversity. Right? As entrepreneurs, we solve problems. I was telling them in my Instagram stories. If y'all don't follow my stories, every morning when I leave the gym, I'll be doing this thing called Gyms from the Gym, right? And I was telling them yesterday how I can't sell mink coats on the beach because nobody has that problem on the beach. Ain't nobody cold. So I'm going to be in poverty because I'm trying to solve a problem that nobody has. Entrepreneurs solve problems. Millionaires. But you got to know how to handle pressure. You got to know how to solve them problems within yourself. To experience exponential success, you're going to have to be the type of person that don't crumble when pressure hits. There's never a great time to make a transition. There's only great opportunities. Everybody experiences stress in life, but your ability to cope, in nature, they call it perturbation, where the carbon starts to pile up. You know what I mean? And then that's what turns that coal into a diamond. You know what I mean? Where you're experiencing perturbation in your life. You're not going to be able to fly high with no turbulence, baby. That's why the strongest trees in nature, they bend with the wind, right? Because if that joint just is all rigid, it's going to snap. When it's all dry and it's a twig, you just, boom. You got to be able to, you know what I mean? You got to be able to bend, baby. You got to be able to go with the flow. How is your ability to cope? How is your ability to cope? Because that's a sign you're set up to experience success and growth. Simone Simmons know what I'm talking about. Hey, better late than never, but never late is better, Cassandra. But we glad you here. Huh, Yvette? Here's number 4, y'all. Here's number 4. Give me a number 4 in the share. You still with me? It's almost time for us to, yeah, welcome back, baby. It's almost time for us to get to our affirmations. Some of y'all be scared of the affirmations part because you ain't do number 4. You ain't done your research. You think affirmations only work if you believe what you're saying because you ain't done the research. Repetition is the mother of mastery. Repetition is the father of belief. A lot of us be walking around here like, oh, I believe it when I see it. That's because you ain't done the research. It turns out you'll see it when you believe it. But that's why you got to do the research. Whatever you want to accomplish in life, y'all, it starts with research on the steps it's going to take to accomplish those goals. Now, that ain't to say you need to go overboard because the devil's favorite word is how. Don't forget, Peter walked on water too until he started being like, how? Then he almost killed himself out that joint. Y'all remember this story? Jesus walked on water, but then Peter stepped out on the faith, right? He stepped out the boat on faith. He started being like, how? You almost die out that joint. But all I'm saying is you don't want to be out here in pure ignorance. You don't want to be out here like, you know what I mean? IDK. Y'all know that emoji? Nah, you need to know where you are and where you're going. Any GPS on the planet, you need to know where you are and where you're going. And having done the research, you know, sometimes we talk about visualization. Every morning we do visualization, right? But the thing about it is sometimes you also need to visualize the steps and the hardship you're going to go through and what you're going to do when that happens. You need to research yourself, like, you know, on the entrance to all of those temples and libraries. Back in the old days, Timbuktu was what they call a universe city, where they studied the universe. It was a whole city of students and scholars. They called it a universe city. I ain't going to go there right now. But above the doorway would be like, man, know thyself. Have you even done research on yourself? Do you know where you normally quit? At what part in your game, at what part of your trek up the mountain do you normally get knocked out the box, Rick? If you haven't done the research on yourself, you just out here tripping. So that's number 4. You've done the research. Here's number 5, y'all. Here's number 5. Here's number 5. Check it out. You're leveraging the power of passion and purpose. You're leveraging the power of passion and purpose. Millionaires, are you leveraging your emotions? Do you know where your emotions even come from? If it's coming from guilt because you didn't do everything you could do yesterday, well, let's fix it, baby. It's a brand new day. And are you willing to agree with me that this could be the best Tuesday that you've ever lived on planet Earth? Are you willing to ride with me on that? That it's possible? Passion ain't enough on its own, don't get me wrong, but you better believe it's an important part of creating success. You better believe it's an important part of you experiencing some kind of growth. There are moments when the work can feel like a job, but your passion and your purpose are what remind you to continue moving forward, right? If you want the body, you got to do the sit-ups. You can't delegate the sit-ups. If you want the mindset, you got to do the affirmations. You got to do the visualization. Man, I'm telling you, this joint right here is powerful. This joint will change your life. It's a vision board coloring book. You can get it on our website. But really, instead of talking about that, I need to be talking about these 90-day planners before we get out of here. Check it out. If you haven't ordered your 90-day planners yet, this is how you do it. This is how you do it. It looked like my computer about to die, y'all. So we're going to hurry up and get to these affirmations. But all I'm saying is your passion and your purpose are what gets you, through the valley and up to the next peak. Because if I'm standing on one mountaintop, right? If I'm standing on this mountaintop right here, this speaker represents one mountain, and then the other mountaintop is right here. You know what's between them two mountains? A valley. You know what I mean? Think about that. Ain't that cold? Only thing that's going to get you through them valleys, only thing that's going to get you to these new levels, baby, is the passion, the vision, right? If you don't have a vision for where all of this is going, you're going to perish. You might not be ready for what you say you want. Now you got power with no control. Leverage the passion, leverage the purpose. The most powerful weapon on earth is the human soul on fire. Enthusiasm. It comes from this Greek word entheos. Entheos, like theology. Enthusiasm then is the God within. That's why you always hear him say, people are more impressed by the depth of your enthusiasm than the width of your knowledge. Get excited, man, about something. If you're not excited about the job itself, you at least should be getting excited about what the purpose of the job is, the people you're helping. Last one I got for you, yo. Last one I got for you is that, Think and Grow Rich, Cam. That's an exact fact. That's an exact fact. All right, it's affirmation time, y'all. Here's the last one I got. You're an original. The journey in becoming the best version of yourself can be exciting or it can frustrate you into quitting. Most people get frustrated because they're comparing their behind the scenes footage to somebody else's Instagram page. You know what I'm saying? You're comparing your behind the scenes footage to their highlight reel. You think anybody's putting up on Instagram when their hair look crazy and when they, you know what I mean, just failed miserably? Is that what you think Instagram is made up of? You tripping, man. When you feel this frustration at a lack of growth, what people start doing is copying other people, right? They figure that's what they need to do, copy somebody. But what worked for them ain't necessarily going to work for you, y'all. You are a unique human, so you have a unique journey to success. There are principles that are the same with everybody, commonalities like this stuff we going over right now. But you still got to realize what's going to make you a legend is that you walk in your own path. Don't pursue higher levels of success, y'all, if you're not ready for the uncertainty that can come from a life of pursuing excellence. Somebody write this in your notes. Everything that was ever invented was done by the unqualified. What you mean, Hazi? You can only be qualified for something because you've done it before. If you're doing something that's never been done, then you unqualified. But that's how everything else got invented that's out here. All right, it's affirmation time. Call in right now. Millionaires, get real with what you want to accomplish. Get honest about whether or not you're ready. And it might take time, but that's okay. You're not going to get a baby in 1 month by getting 9 women pregnant. I'm just a plethora of corny jokes this morning, right? That's one of my favorite. I just hit Cassandra with that joint the other day. You know what I mean? I call in, let's get it. I ain't lying. Y'all better preach. Y'all preaching in these comments. Y'all preaching in these comments. All right, it's time, y'all. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow morning if you're scared to come do your affirmation. But if you ain't scared, screenshot that right now so you got the number from now on. If you ain't scared. I went a little bit over. We 2 minutes over time. Y'all should join the text message list too. And order your 90-day planners, man. Make fourth quarter amazing. We only got a couple more left. It's going to be a collector's item one day. Y'all going to be like, yeah, I used to rock with him. You know what I mean? I still got his 90-day map. If you already got a 90-day planner, then order your vision board coloring book. When this book comes out, there's a couple things that I'm doing that's going to change it. So these are going to be collector's items. Mark my words. Go to wearemillionaireminded.com and order your stuff today. I repeat after me, millionaires. It's time to get it. Repeat after me. Say it like you mean it. You know, you got to put some emotion in it. I ain't say I was sleeping in my car being like, I am going to be a millionaire at some point in the future. No, because at some point in the future never goes away. Tomorrow never dies, baby. You got to be like, now. I ain't lying. All right, repeat after me. Let's get it. I am so happy and grateful that I keep